But hey, LA Knight won something.
He did. I guess he's now all buddy-buddy with Speed. Clearly, this was all about getting Speed that moment where he's doing the
Unsanctioned match that
splash.
has full entrances and costumes. Didn't he have extras?
Yeah, you had the people doing the flaming
Okay.
twirl thing, and then they lit the stage on fire.
WWE washed their hands of it, but they had extras.
It was a good standard match that occasionally had what Nikki Bella came out on a crutch. She tried to make it back to WrestleMania and she couldn't, but she wasn't going to let her sister miss out on this WrestleMania moment. So she called an old friend, and then all of a sudden we hear,
I don't know. It was like they were equals. And this motherfucker is supposed to be the career killer. Where is that?
Seemingly they've dropped that.
No, they didn't drop it. It was all over the place. Well, it's on his little entrance thing.
There was that, but I don't know. They didn't play it up as much as
Dom looks like a cuck because you didn't see her entrance, but she was dancing with some dude. It was very provocative.
He should have went to a hammer with that guy.
Uh-huh.
But no, not good. Yeah, even longer. So there you go. She might not ever come back. This might be it for her. You go out, you lose a year to your finger. Now you're gonna lose another year to pregnancy. I would say just be a stay-at-home mom, but Montez isn't. He might not even have a job. So there was an hour and 26 minutes total of wrestling. There was an hour and 14 minutes of ads. And they literally, through every commercial, ran snippets of Hulk Hogan's documentary. So essentially, I saw a whole hour of Hulk Hogan's documentary.
Well, yeah, it leads us to WrestleMania 42 then.
WrestleMania Night 1.
We're in Las Vegas, Nevada. There was an opening hype video. I have no idea who that dweeb was. Do you?
I've seen him before, but I don't know his name.
Okay.
I think he's the guy who directs Cats or something on Broadway that everybody sucks off.
You fucking kidding me?
Well, it might not be Cats, but it's something on Broadway that everybody it's just like you gotta see it. Fuck, I'm not seeing anything on Broadway.
But why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Some people are cultured.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with WrestleMania? And if it's Broadway, why is they're in Vegas?
I don't know.
Okay. John Cena kicks things off because he's the host. And he says this year's WrestleMania has been polarizing. And then he welcomes us to it. Then it starts with the Usos and LA Knight versus Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and I Showed Speed. 6-man tag match. LA Knight hit Austin Theory with a BFT and won the match. Afterward, Logan Paul kicks I Showed Speed's ass. And he hit Speed with the right hand that knocks wrestlers out, but Speed didn't get knocked out. And the good guys save Speed from getting put through the announce desk. And Speed puts Logan Paul through the table instead. Then the good guys and I Show Speed did the fucking Jey Uso thing.
Yeah, but hey, ran it back.
Yes. But hey, LA Knight won something.
He did. I guess he's now all buddy-buddy with Speed. And also Speed made a babyface turn. Clearly, this was all about getting Speed that moment where he's doing the splash. By the way, this match went 7 minutes. I'm pointing that out because it's about to be a conversation about that.
Okay. We have Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. Unsanctioned match that has full entrances and costumes and shit. Didn't he have like extras?
Yeah, he had the people doing the flaming twirl thing, and then they lit the stage on fire.
WWE washed their hands of it, but they had extras.
Well, you know, WrestleMania, you got to have them special entrances.
Well, Fatu jumps on McIntyre as he's making his way to the ring during his entrance, which was kind of impressive because McIntyre had a sword. Pretty intense match, actually. McIntyre did a slingshot to Fatu while he was under the ring. Fatu shows he's hella strong by Samoan dropping McIntyre like he weighs nothing. He did that toss-up shit. Fatu hit his moonsault. McIntyre kicked out. Then he hit Fatu with a claymore that got kicked out of. And McIntyre pushed Fatu off the top rope through a table. And he tries to claymore Fatu in the ring after that. Fatu blocked that. Nails McIntyre with the toolbox. Puts him through a table with a moonsault. And then he wins the match. Not sure what was supposed to be unsanctioned about this match.
Nothing. It was a good standard match that occasionally had weapons behind the ref's back.
Yeah.
Because aside from that, there was absolutely nothing unsanctioned, nothing even hardcore. Well, I guess there was like the wrench spot where he was digging the wrench into his eyes. I guess you can think that's pretty bad. But they were also on ESPN, so I don't think bleeding was going to be in the question there.
I kind of give it a D, just because it's supposed to be an unsanctioned match. So why didn't they fucking come out in jeans and shit? Jeans and tape fists.
That's a street fight.
It's still unsanctioned.
Yeah, but
If
the
they
street
would,
fights when they come out in street clothes.
okay, fine.
Unsanctioned just means it doesn't go on the records, and the ref is just there to.
But they don't get full fucking entrances.
I think they do. I'm thinking back. Yeah, they usually do on those.
Okay.
This match, by the way, 14 minutes. So now we have 21 total minutes of wrestling.
Was there some sort of controversy?
Well, if you want to go ahead and talk about it now, there was a controversy. So if you watch this live, there was an hour and 26 minutes total of wrestling, and there were an hour and 14 minutes of ads.
Are you serious?
So yes, 12 less minutes of ads for this show and with the 7 matches. So yeah, so it would be match, and then they would go to commercial, but it would be a commercial like if you're watching on TV, it was a splash screen that just said we'll be back shortly, and this ran for like 3 minutes. If you're watching internationally on a VPN or other means and watching internationally on Netflix, this is how I watched, by the way. They literally ran clips. And again, I just said there was an hour and 14 minutes of ads. The ad breaks were like 3 to 3.5 minutes apart, something like that. And they literally, through every commercial, ran snippets of Hulk Hogan's documentary. So essentially, I saw a whole hour of Hulk Hogan's documentary. So, there's the moment of him becoming Hulk Hogan, about like going into WrestleMania 3 and building up the match about body slamming Andre. Him in his early days when he was in Georgia wrestling. They were like, oh, you got to get to New York. And then they brought him to New York, and he met Vince McMahon Sr., who said, oh, we're going to package you as the immortal Hulk Hogan or the incredible Hulk Hogan, whatever he was.
Well, apparently that's going to be like 4 episodes.
Well, I saw about an hour of it through all these commercials.
Yeah.
I guess at least there was that, because if you were watching on ESPN, you just got a splash screen that said, we'll be right back. And then some bad royalty-free music playing.
Did they play commercials during the matches?
No. Well, they didn't interrupt the matches, but it was after the match. Oh, and then after the 3-minute commercial, then you would go back to the arena, and then there was like a in-arena commercial. So, yes, that's why I'm pointing out the match time. So, again, we had 15 minutes difference between ad time and wrestling time at WrestleMania, your biggest show of the year.
Well, I have to give a big shout out to Tinghua, because I was oblivious to all that. They took all that shit out.
Oh, good for them. If you watch it on the replay, yeah, it's usually good about taking out all the ads.
Well, after that, we had a girl match. The Bellas won, and Stupid Paige is back.
So, yeah, this was the women's fatal 4-way. We had Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss. They had special gear on their entrances. Nia Jackson, Lash Legend, did a tribute to Demolition, wearing Demolition gear, but it was white instead of black, and it wasn't as kinky as Demolition's was. And yeah, so they had that, and then the Bellas came out last. Nikki Bella came out on a crutch. She said that she tried to make it back to WrestleMania and she couldn't. but she wasn't going to let her sister miss out on this WrestleMania moment. So she called an old friend, and then all of a sudden we hear, and then Paige comes out. Probably the biggest pop of the night,
She cried.
obviously. Did she?
Of course she did. She's a fucking idiot.
She's happy to be back.
She fucking weaseled her way back.
They needed her
begging.
back.
They needed her back?
They were on hands and knees begging her to come back.
Oh, I bet.
Now, obviously, I didn't watch this match. Instead, I went and watched another Paige video as tribute to Paige coming back. And by the time I finished that video, this match was over. There was a good moment where like her and Charlotte Flair had like a face to face and the crowd went crazy, ate that up.
Okay.
This match lasted 9 minutes.
Well, then we had another girl match. Seth's husband won that one.
Here's another thing. So Paige, if you knew she was coming back, I get it. Nikki was hurt, so they needed a replacement. I don't know why they couldn't just make it a three-way match, just take one team out, but that's here nor there. But they mentioned on commentary 10 years ago, Paige debuted and won a title on her first night, which just so happened to be against AJ Lee. So you have AJ Lee win tonight. She goes to Monday. She stands in the middle of the ring. She issues an open challenge for the Intercontinental title. And then you have a re-debuting Paige answer the open challenge and win the title. Almost 10 years to the date that she did it the first time. Now, why couldn't they think of that in the moment? Like it was right there for them. They chose, they had to get the Bellas, even though one Bella's not even healthy. They had to get her the tag titles.
For no reason. On that. They had to sacrifice RuPaul and Nia Jax. RuPaul's the young up and comer.
Yeah, they didn't do that, and now Paige is champion, but she is back, so there's that. They wanted to get them their moment, but she was hurt, so now you got to wait on.
Why? Who gives a shit?
It's just a token.
They've done nothing since they've been back, and Nikki Bella's done nothing but lose. Not only do they just get handed a tag title opportunity, but they get the belts too. And who the fuck is clamoring for a Bella Twins moment besides the Bella Twins? Who needs to fucking see that? Nobody.
They call them Bella Army. I'm sure they're out there.
Whatever.
But we can go ahead and tick 8 minutes. Oh yeah, Becky Lynch had the Wonder Years play her out, which when I hear that name, I think it's the TV show.
That's what I thought too. Like what?
But yeah, the Wonder Years played her out. Jessica Carr was the referee, and then they played up the whole fact that Jessica Carr and Becky Lynch don't like each other. And the end of the match saw Becky Lynch, she took off the turnbuckle pad, and then AJ Lee was going to do something into the corner, and Becky Lynch pulled Jessica Carr in the way, which caused Becky Lynch to get the win. I forgot exactly how she won, but she got the win. And she's now 3-time Intercontinental Champion. But again, you sacrificed a better moment of Paige coming back, the Raw after Mania, just like she did 10 years prior, and beating AJ Lee for the Intercontinental title on her first time back. You sacrificed it.
Well, after that, we have Gunther versus Seth Rollins. And Rollins gets hit immediately with a powerbomb. Then they brawl outside the ring because Gunther's finishing move sucks, apparently. And Gunther hits power moves. Rollins comes back with power move of his own. Gunther hits another powerbomb that gets kicked out of course. Rollins hit a pedigree and a curb stomp. Gunther kicked out of that. Gunther locked in a sleeper hold, which Rollins escaped out of. And then Rollins locked in a sleeper hold. Gunther got to the ropes. Rollins got Gunther out of the ring, starts spamming suicide dives. Gunther eventually catches Rollins, powerbombs him on the apron, then powerbombs him on the announce desk. Gunther climbs the announce desk with Rollins, tries to powerbomb him through it. But despite receiving 2 powerbombs, Rollins is able to counter, hit Gunther with the pedigree on the announce desk instead. And then Rollins curb stomps Gunther, also on the announce desk. And then Braun Breaker comes out of nowhere, hits Rollins with a spear, leaves. Gunther locks in the sleeper hold. Rollins passes out. And Rollins got speared after the match.
This match went 15 minutes. So, one of the longer matches. I think it was okay. I don't know. It felt like it was a little bit rushed. And obviously it was because they only went 15 minutes. But I don't know. It just felt like they were flying through everything instead of giving everything time to breathe.
Like, Rollins bugged me in this one. Gunther would hit like a big move, and then Rollins would like bounce off the ropes and hit a big move of his own, so they would both be out. And he would just constantly do that shit. He was wrestling like Gunther, and Gunther's the bigger man. I don't know. It was like they were equals. And this motherfucker's supposed to be the career killer. Where is that?
Seemingly they've dropped that.
No, they didn't drop it. It was all over the place.
Well,
it's on his little entrance thing. Career killer.
There was that, but I don't know. They didn't play it up as much as you would think. Or at least for me. Or maybe I just didn't pay close enough attention to it.
They should have played it up. That's what I'm saying. Gunther should be a fucking monster. He's supposed to be hunting Rollins, and instead, like, they were equals. And I don't know. It just didn't work for me.
That's fair.
And the fact that Rollins is just able to shrug off power bombs.
Well, he is multiple-time champion.
So is Gunther.
He is. But yeah, my biggest thing of it was it just felt so rushed.
Right after that, we get the 2026 Hall of Fame inductees. Of course, the immortal moment was Hulk Hogan and Andre, the Giant. Bad News Brown, Dennis Rodman, Demolition, Psycho Sid, AJ Styles, and Stephanie McMahon were the legacy inductees, whatever the fuck that means.
I don't know, but apparently Sid's kid was not happy with his induction, which I can't really go into detail because I didn't watch it. So
apparently it was only like a minute or so.
Oh.
It was very brief. Apparently Stephanie took almost an hour, and everybody else was very brief.
I mean, Triple H's was pretty long too.
Go figure.
I thought I heard that Sid's... Well, they were never really happy with the induction thing. Like the fact that he was in the legacy wing or whatever, and he apparently didn't show up to the ceremony. So why are you still bitching if you're not even going to be there? Like, if you're already saying, I'm not going to be there, this is bullshit, then you watch it and then you're going to bitch some more. You already threw a fit and sat out, so shut up. At that point, you should have washed your hands of it.
Right. I got you.
And if someone says, oh, what'd you think of the actual induction? I don't know. I didn't watch it. I already told you this was a sham. The sham. Yeah, just shut up.
Well, then we had yet another girl match. Liv Morgan won somehow. Her entrance was stupid, too.
Her entrance was of her, whatever the name of it is, Trouble. Her new music video.
That dog shit song that she released, laden with auto-tune, which didn't help her at all.
I don't know. That kind of music is not for me, so I don't know. But I do know that there are people who like it. Apparently it's doing well in the charts, but not my cup of tea, so.
Those people are stupid. I said it.
Not like that shit you listen to.
My music tells a story.
Yeah. This match, 7 minutes. Vicaire, I didn't get to see her part. Well, actually, I didn't get to see either entrance because my stream was buffering. So there's that. But we had the Judgment Day ladies out there, Raquel and Roxanne. They played the numbers game. There was a point where Vicaire, and this was the end of the match, she dove, trying to take out all three women. Raquel pushed Liv out of the way so that only her and Roxanne got dove on. And then Liv Morgan threw Vicaire into the steps, threw her in the ring, Oblivion, and she's your new champion. 7 minutes. And Dom and the rest of the Judgment Day ladies were out there to celebrate.
And Dom looks like a cuck because you didn't see her entrance, but she was dancing with some dude. It was very provocative.
He should have went to a hammer with that guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, not good. But I would say, outside of that, they are living the whole couple gimmick thing. They were together at the red carpet. They were together at some event, not Coachella, but there was some other event that Liv Morgan had went to. Liv Morgan had quite the weekend. She was at like the Spurs game watching what could be the next Spurs dynasty in the making. She was at Coachella, and now she released a music video or a song at least. Now she's champion. So quite the weekend for her. Next year she's going to be on the stage at Coachella
Doing what?
singing her song.
Ew.
I don't know what appeal it would have outside of the wrestling realm. Again, not my cup of tea, so don't know.
It's an objectively bad song.
Speaking of which, they announced that Joe Jonas of the Jonas Brothers, or maybe he's just a solo act now, I don't know, but he's going to do America the Beautiful.
Oh, good.
So one of the Jonas Brothers are going to be singing. Speaking of bad music.
Well, I can't wait to see what Liv Morgan does with the title that nobody does anything with.
Basically, she's just continuing what she had initially. Because, she lost the title because she got injured. So now she's just finishing off her reign. My concern is what they're going to do with Vaquer, because they didn't really put too much into her as champion. So where is she going to go from here? She might go to AAA, if I had to guess. One, because it's AAA. Two, because the women's champion over in AAA just surpassed 1,000 days as champion. So I would assume there's a mega match in the making there, Vaquer versus that champion. Under the Undertaker's booking, which would be done right. A lot of people seem to think. Right now he's penciled in, this being the Undertaker, penciled in as Booker of the Year.
For his AAA work?
Yeah.
Is that good? Have you seen any of it?
Not really. Like, I've seen bits and pieces, but it's like Friday at like 10 o'clock, so kind of a hard time slot to be watching wrestling, of all things. Like, I gotta have some kind of wrestling cutoff time.
Or after that, John Cena came out to announce the attendance. It was 50,816. Then Bianca.
Oh, in your face, Marks. Because everybody's been putting out videos that WrestleMania is failing and all the ticket sales, and they made it into a story. Apparently, they got 50,000 people in the building, so I guess what they did worked.
Then Bianca Belair came out just to say she's knocked up.
She did. I kind of speculated on that, although it didn't look like I was right, because she looks like she's in her first trimester, maybe second. So my timing was off, but I said there's got to be something else going on other than just the finger. But I guess I was right, just the timing wasn't there.
Did you get a look at her finger?
I didn't. I was looking. I couldn't tell which one it was.
Okay.
Because she announced that she was almost ready to be able to get surgery. But now she's going to be out even longer. So there you go. She might not ever come back. This might be it for her. You go out, you lose a year to your finger. Now you're going to lose another year to pregnancy. I would say just be a stay-at-home mom, but Montez isn't working too much here. He might not even have a job soon. So,
well, finally we have Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes, undisputed title. Cody had a Cena / Triple H like entrance.
If you're a Marvel fan, it's an ode to like a Captain America, where like his costumes through the years with similar music to what was playing. So
I see. See, I never saw it, so I didn't get the reference. Well, then McAfee and Orton come out and they attack Cody, and Cody beats up McAfee. Jelly Roll immediately appears and has this goddamn WrestleMania moment with McAfee. Jelly Roll puts McAfee through the announce desk. McAfee stretchered out, so Orton and Cody wrestle. Orton gets busted open. Cody gets hit with his own crossroads, kicks out of that. Orton takes out the ref with an RKO, which was really weird because like they were brawling. Orton gets his eye fucked up. He had to have known the ref was standing behind him.
Yeah, he got poked in the eye by Cody, and then someone bumped into him, which then he just instinctively RKO'd him.
Cody goes for a Cody cutter. Orton counters that with an RKO. And then McAfee comes back out in a neck brace, wearing a ref shirt. So he's a ref now, I guess. And then Orton RKO's McAfee for no reason. And then Cody wins with a crossroads. After the match, Orton takes out Cody with the title belt and punts him. And the crowd cheered.
Yeah. By the way, this one 22 minutes, so this was obviously the longest match on the card. It was a weird match in a sense that Cody was working heel, Randy was working babyface. So I think earlier in the week there was a story out that Randy Orton was injured coming into WrestleMania. So clearly they put that out there via dirt sheets so that people thought Randy Orton was injured. So we get to the match and now he's selling that he tweaked his back or whatever. So yeah, that's like a babyface thing to have to overcome, fight through the pain while you're wrestling. And Cody Rhodes was doing all the cheating stuff, like he poked Randy in the eyes, he low blowed Randy at one point. I guess that was about it for like the blatant cheating stuff.
He did kick him right in the dick. Although, to be fair, Orton was going to kick him in the dick first.
Yeah, that was about it on the blatant cheating, but yeah,
Yeah.
Orton being hurt and then selling the fact that he had a back injury. He didn't like hesitate on that, so that'd be the other thing that would be hillish. It's like they essentially on screen scrapped the idea that they were going with. Because remember, we said the backlash match was going to be Orton and McAfee versus Jelly Roll and Rhodes. Looks like they just backed out of that because Randy Orton RKO'd McAfee.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, they've essentially have dropped that storyline.
For no reason.
I don't know the reason. I don't know if the reason is that was the plan all along, just to get here to boost the ticket sales, or they've been getting killed with the reviews and stuff. Like SmackDown again, one of the lowest rated shows, third week in a row. I don't know where the TV rating side is, but the fan rating side.
Well, it's because they have both champions on SmackDown inflating each other to close out the show. The storylines don't make sense. They don't follow through with them. There's no continuity. There's nobody to really get invested in.
Yeah, and we could have had something here with this whole TKO versus WWE thing. But yeah, seems that they've dropped that. Or they never did plan it, and I was just off base on that.
They also have Rusev and Aleister Black on the roster, and like the people that they're focusing on now. Like Kit Wilson's getting fucking TV time.
I would say Alistair, he's on a little winning streak. And he didn't win the Andre, but he was the last three. Or was he last three or last four? I don't know. And he had a lot of eliminations, a lot of black masses.
Well, I didn't watch that, so.
And then he got eliminated by Tozawa, so there's that. No, sorry. Matt Cardona got eliminated by Tozawa.
Of course he did.
Like he can officially get that catering.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
He left JCW for that. He could be mixing it up with Dolph Ziggler and EC3.
Instead, he's getting eliminated by Tozawa.
With his best friend, Apollo Crews.
Yeah. Just seems like they've dropped the story. They're just going in a different direction. Because we go off the air with Randy Orton. He punt kicked Cody.
Yep.
He's holding up the title. So Randy had a heel turn again. It sounds like this is like they hit the reset button. Okay, let's go back to what we initially did when Randy turned heel. Let's just play that story out because this new story we were going with, fans don't seem to be attaching to it. So we'll go back to the other story. It just seems that's what they're doing.
So now they're going to have their WrestleMania build for Backlash.
Yeah. It seems like that's what's happening.
Oh, God.
By the way, McAfee, he got kind of written off at the beginning, too. He got taken out of the match. Jelly Roll, he just did his little WrestleMania moment. And then...
Never saw him again.
Then he gave his jelly pep talk real quick to Cody. And then, never saw him again. So, kind of wrote him off this thing, too. And in fact, I think he even said something like, now go get these people the match they deserve. Something like that. Saying one-on-one. I see people are not happy with the match-wise. I thought it was pretty good. I assume the people that are upset were looking for the flips and the dives, but they told a story. They told a story about Randy having a hurt back, Cody Rhodes not hesitating, even cheating a little bit. It seemed like they knew Cody was going to be getting booed, so they said just go out there and do work heel, or maybe Cody and Randy came up with this. Like, hey, you're going to get booed anyway, so you might as well just be the heel for the night. And then the heel turn at the end. But I thought they told a good story, which that's all you can really ask for in a match.
I like that they both got color.
Yes, and they did both bleed. Yeah.
Hated the Jelly Roll McAfee parts, of course. The match was good. It's just the matchup, I guess, of Cody and Orton, for me, is just kind of played out. But yeah, like you said, they did tell a story. It was a good story. Orton RKO and McAfee for no reason. That still bugs me. Even if they're just dropping the storyline. Wouldn't it make more sense, like, if they lose the tag match? That's when Orton drops McAfee?
Yes. That or Orton wins the title and then he drops him because he doesn't need him anymore.
Yeah, like, McAfee came out to be the referee and help Orton win. I don't know.
That was also part of the storytelling that people were blinded to because they hated the McAfee involvement so much. But when you saw McAfee running out there with the neck brace and a referee shirt, you're like, oh, it's the Travis Scott moment. He's about to come ruin it. This is going to be the Cena low blow or whatever. But yeah, then they swerved again and did the RKO.
And they lost.
Yes, he lost for it, but it will continue. So we'll definitely see.
Well, what'd you think of night one?
Hopefully, night two is better.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it was a bad night. It's just the fact that there was only 15 minutes less ads than there were wrestling. So realistically, for me, I felt like I was watching the Hulk Hogan documentary
Okay.
with some wrestling sprinkled in. Like I was doing stuff like during the commercial breaks, and it felt like I would sit down and then just have to get right back up because they were back to commercial. You know, it being on commercial so long, then it takes you a little bit to get back into the wrestling mode, and then 7 minutes later they're going back to commercial. So yeah, it would be like during Raw when they go to their little mid commercial match,
Mm-hmm.
but there were no mid commercial match. They just
Right.
ended the match. So I guess there is that. They didn't do the commercials during the match, but
Yeah,
they
that would
just
have been the
shortened the
ultimate.
match. Yeah.
They had advertisements all over the place too, like that general insurance shit.
Capital One
Ugh.
on the turnbuckle pads.
I was
Yeah, people
expecting
were,
like this to suck really bad, but it was just okay. I guess that's the best thing you can say about it.
yeah.
But we do have night two next week, at least for us. The main event is Roman Reigns versus CM Punk, World Heavyweight Championship. Then we have Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn for the U.S. title. We have Dominic Mysterio versus the Demon Finn Balor. And then Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar, which they're saying that's the best booked match of the whole thing.
Yep.
But yeah, that's WrestleMania. I do like that they had the entrances. They kind of put more emphasis on it this year.
They did. I like the Cody entrance thing.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's probably the best
Stardust
one of
got
the night.
Stardust got a pop as usual.
Yeah.
It's funny that the Stardust character always gets a pop, and it's like the character he hated the most.
Of course. That's how it always is.
It's like that's what made him quit, but to the fans, he's always getting a pop off of that. I thought it was a pretty good character. It's Stardust. Him and Gold Dust
I would
talking
have
about
liked it.
whatever the hell they were talking about. Cosmic stuff and
I just wish they would have been a little bit more how Goldust was when he first debuted. Like dangerous. They were kind of like a comedy act.
yeah, they definitely were that.
You got crazy Goldust and his even crazier brother Stardust. That type of shit.
Yeah, and when he first debuted, you thought he was going to be a lot more dangerous.
And maybe he was, but then of course can't do that.
Yeah.